What's up, everybody? It's the Vagabond again, and welcome to episode 5 of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, in the last episode, it was late at night. I was lost and confused, looking for the lady to give me a bath, and I couldn't find her. Well, let's see what happens during the daytime, because I do need to find this Reeky person, and seems like nobody can give me some information about him. So, let's talk to her again and see what she has to say. Where is Tanner? So that'll be his dad.
Where does the Tanner live?
Okay, and the dialogue is not voiced, but it says go down the creek and it's the last house on the left bank. Okay.
Where's the bathhouse?
Big white tent in the courtyard. I mean, why doesn't she just say that it's right here instead of saying there's a white tent? Now, let's see. I don't think that Reeky is going to show up here because she said that he took off into the woods. So I think our best bet is to talk to Tanner, his dad, and maybe he can give us some information. Now, I remember last time we talked to him in the previous episode, and I don't know what he said. I don't actually remember because I wasn't paying attention. So let's see. She was talking about the creek. Which creek is she talking about? Is it this? It's gotta be this. And she said it's on the left bank. The last house on the left bank. Alright, let's see. I wonder what the NPC daytime schedule is. Like, do they go to work or something? Or they just, like, wander around town? They do, like, some activities? I'm not sure. Seems like this lady is just, sweeping mud. Which doesn't make much sense. Lady, it's raining. Go inside. Do it later. You're wasting your time. Honestly. Also, I figured something else out in the last episode, or after I was playing, or done recording in the last episode, is that if you go into the map, I've actually forgotten the controls. Alright, let me see. Alright, so here you will see these markers, and this marker, for example, the stars, they are actually side quests. Let me see here. Follow the creek, last house on the left bank. It's already nighttime again. Last house on the left bank. It's gotta be one of these. And for some reason, I cannot get rid of the on guard quest. It just keeps showing up here. I'm just gonna untrack that for now because I don't want to. Is it still showing me? Let's see. Where's this marker? Oh wow, that's last house on the left bank. I thought I was following the creek, but apparently I wasn't, because it is really hard to see at night in this game. Actually, we've learned something in the last episode. We can apply that, unequip that, and I've actually forgotten the controls already. Yeah, there you go. There's my torch. I'm in the water. Alright, let me get back on the road, and we shall continue from there, because I've clearly gone somewhere I didn't want to. Come on, where am I? Can I just jump here? Just please let me get here. Wait, what is that? Interesting. So there is some gathering. I'm assuming this ties into the alchemy. Right, I didn't notice this. And there are no markers saying that you can pick some of these things, and it's really hard to tell what is where. Maybe it's because I don't have my torch out again, but it did give me an option to pick something here. Anyways, enough of the distraction. Let's get back to our main objective here. What are you doing, lady? Okay, so basically the same questions we can ask pretty much most NPCs, and I'm assuming they're not going to give us a good response. Hey, what? Seems like everybody is returning from their jobs or something, going home. Let's find his dad again, and I'll show you a few more things I learned after the previous episode. But first, let's talk to this guy. I'll just fight him if I have to.
I'm looking for a fellow they call Reeky. Have you ever heard tell of him?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son.
Uh-huh. You wouldn't happen to know
So
where...
we know
I don't
about
know
this,
nothing.
and we've heard
Don't
this
you know
dialogue
he's where
before.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
So I know that none of these options worked last time, but I'm
Look
just
here,
gonna fight
fella.
him.
Your son is in a serious scrape, and I'm trying to help him. Your evasions are starting to vex me, and my patience is running out.
Are you threatening me? And I'm supposed to believe that you want to help Hinek?
Believe what you like. I'm concerned about Hinek, but I don't care much what happens to you. Is that clear?
Fuck it. I'm not going to take a beating on account of that good for nothing.
So?
There's not much I can do for you anyway. Hinek was here, but he left right away.
Where did he go? You better give me something. You really do not want to waste my time.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
All right. It's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Don't you have any clue where his hideout might be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
'Cause every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose he never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
Well, I don't really know. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him money. Of course, it could have been for meat.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Right, okay, progress. Let's see, I need to know more.
What more do you know?
I don't know. I swear to God Almighty, I don't know. Hinek never told me nothing.
Jesus, man. Make an effort. Yeah, give me more information.
Bloody hell, start using your head or I'll never find Hinek. How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything!
Well, he came and went at various times. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and leaves and shit on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Right, okay. So I think that's enough information for now. Go try to find him. Now, obviously, that dialogue is not voiced, but I have the subtitles on, so I was able to tell what he was saying. Alright, so we figured out that he is somewhere in the woods, and we might also have an objective marker for the innkeeper that we need to talk to, who probably knows something about him. Right, so there's the inn.
What the
Right.
hell?
Okay, so we can place a marker there. Once I figure out how to zoom in, place a marker right there. Right, and I think I might have to go on the other side of the creek. But look at how pretty this looks at night. I mean, this game does look amazing at night, I'm telling you. And I'm not sure if YouTube is doing justice to this with its compression and whatnot, but for me, even though it's 30 FPS, just standing still and looking at those reflections for like a little bit of a wet part on the road, it does look really good. That's really good reflections and shadows and whatnot. But enough of admiring the scenery. Let's see. I'll have to cross the creek to go in the other direction. I also figured out a few other things. So like you saw there, I was able to gather items. So that was basically some dandelion or something that I gathered. But you can also collect other items. Things like food supplies, for example. Oh, look, there's an inn. I never noticed. Hello, guys. What's going on? Seems like a big party is going on. It's like a bunch of groups, these people. Oh, nice, look. Some lady is serving. That's actually pretty cool, so... She doesn't seem to have anything in the jug, but she's pouring it anyway. Right. I wonder if that's the innkeeper. Couldn't be. Oh yeah, let me show you something. So like I said earlier, you were able to gather flowers and stuff for alchemy, but you're also able to collect supplies, such as food supplies. Now you have to be careful about your inventory weight, but if you see here, I can grab these carrots. Now obviously I'm stealing, and we'll just accept that and steal some food. Why not? I think at the end of this quest, or at the end of this series, we're gonna be no better than Reeky, to be quite honest. And he is gonna be looking for us for a reward. Let's see, this might be the inn. Is it? Is there an innkeeper here? See, all this food you can actually collect. So these tomatoes, or these are apples actually, these are mushrooms I think. Onion. And this is apples. I think this is supposed to be salt to craft soup, I'm assuming, but I don't think it's in the game. What's in here? I also saw a chest down there, and I wanted to try something because last time I think I wasn't doing it right, and I think I might have messed something up, but because I was only using the right stick to... I'll show it to you here, 1 second. Let me try this one more time. If nobody's looking, we go into sneak mode. Right. Wow, it gets really dark. I mean, something's clearly very wrong with the lighting because I'm supposed to be able to see this. And I'm not sure if people can actually hear you trying to lockpick. And my controller is vibrating there. So I'm also using this time the left analog stick, and it's actually giving me quite a bit of resistance when I do this. So I'm not sure actually where it is. Is it here? I hope I don't get busted for this, but I'm gonna try to pick this lock. Wow, you have to be... These controls are extremely sensitive. Wow, that is actually the most difficult lockpicking mechanic I've ever seen in a video game. So, you basically have to travel along with this. And I'm pretty sure once you get used to it, it's not going to be that difficult. But doing it the first time, it's just almost seems impossible. There we go, failed again. And the vibration of the and the vibration on my controller is not helping either. Did I get busted? Okay, so I wasn't able to do it, but it is extremely difficult because you're supposed to use the left analog stick to spin the outer circle and at the same time spin the inner circle. Now, I have another tutorial on this, so that's why I'm assuming it's so difficult. Oh yeah, so this is the innkeeper. Alright. Let's just ask him about Reeky. Okay, so basically the same dialogue. I can buy things from her. I can buy chicken thighs. Okay, so... But I need to know... They said ask the innkeeper. This is the innkeeper. She must have... Alright, where's the tavern? Right below the hill, opposite the castle, just over the bridge. I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to follow the markers. But my marker seems to be leading me here. Yeah, it's just leading me here. I don't know where this thing is. Is it supposed to be this building? My god, this is just gonna be a repeat of episode 4 where I'm just completely friggin' lost. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'll show you the resting mechanic. Now, it doesn't seem like anybody restricts you to sleep at a certain place. You can just pass out wherever you want. I can just sit here. I don't know. I don't want to do that timer thing again, because that's just painful and it just takes forever. Get out of here. Alright, so let's check our map one more time. I mean, I am right here. It's like an inn or something. That's probably the father again. So the quest marker hasn't changed. Actually, let me check my quest log. And it's the same still. I mean, nothing seems to have changed there. Track down Reeky. Oh, right, so you can toggle your map while you're actually looking at the quest. Let's see what this marker is. I'm sure it's the same person again, but we shall see. Oh no, it's a new guy. Hello.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
Then ask someone else. I have nothing to do with Reeky. He'd only drive my customers away.
I heard a different story, though, that the two of you were doing business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is, but if you find him, tell him he still owes me some goods.
Alright, so this time we have a new option. I can give him some money.
Looks a bit run down, innkeeper. The walls could use a coat of whitewash, and the roof looks neglected too.
I suppose so. What's that got to do with anything?
Just that you could maybe use a little extra money.
Ah, Now we're getting somewhere. But how much do you think it will cost to fix the place up a bit?
Now, I don't think I have more than 40, and it seems like he's looking for 55. So this is basically like a bargaining system. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. I'll give you 40 bucks.
That ought to do it. All right. What do you want to know about Reeky? Fine. Let's get to the point then.
See now. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I did some deals with Reeky, but I swear to God I don't know where he is.
Alright, so you just took my 40 bucks and did not give me jack shit as far as information goes. How much game did he bring you? I don't really care about that, just tell me about his hideout.
Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
I don't know exactly. That is, I don't know where it is at all.
But
What I happen to know, it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know?
Whenever Reeky was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so he had to have light for that.
Right, okay. So where's this
And
mine
do you
shaft
know the
area then?
whereabouts of some mine shaft in the area?
I don't know. But a few months ago, the quarrymaster, Sir Rupert, was complaining over his ale here that Lord Divish had saddled him with a hell of a job. He had to check out all the old mine shafts in the area to see what state they were in.
I'll try asking him then. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright, so the quest seems to go from person to person in a very interesting way. Which I like quite a bit. Now let me check the map. And, right, so we kind of have to go far out. So let's call the horse then. I also wanted to show you the resting mechanic. If we can get to... So far I haven't seen a camping mechanic in the game. I'm assuming, hopefully, that it's in the final version of the game, because it just makes sense. But if it's not, then you can actually sleep at various different places. Alright, so it seems like this person is right here. I think that might be him. I actually don't think so. Oh yes, it is actually him. Oh, if only I could use my torch on my horse, this would be so much better. But it is what it is. Where did this guy go? Look how dark it is. I can't see anything. Is this the person then? Wake up. And this conversation is going to be very interesting because I won't be able to see anything.
I'm looking for a mine shaft around here, and I heard you know all about them.
Mine shaft? What for, lad? You surely don't expect to find any silver?
It doesn't seem like we have to impress him or anything. I'm here at the behest of Sir Radzig.
No, of course not. I'm here at the behest of Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush. I suspect there's a certain outlaw hiding in the woods.
Aha! That's a different matter then. There's not many mine shafts left here. Most of them either collapsed or were filled in. But there's still one trial shaft left. That might interest you.
How do I find it?
Take the road to St. James's. On the way, you'll reach a stone bridge. A short way past the bridge, the stream cuts through the path again. At that point, you'll see a hillside on your right, and the shaft is in that hillside.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Just try not to break your neck.
Right, so it's the first time he's actually said thanks to anybody. the other thing I wanted to point out was that the soundtrack in the game is pretty good. I like it so far, with the main menu music and then just the in-game soundtrack that keeps playing over and over. Or that, keeps playing in the background. It's pretty interesting. Also, notice the fact how he gave us directions, like very specific directions. I like that. So I'm assuming because there's no navigation system in the mini-map, those detailed directions gonna help you out a bit, and then you're able to figure out exactly where to go. And you might be able to locate some landmarks and find out where you need to go and find the exact location. So that's where we're going. And it seems like this road should take us there. Now I want to see if I can find somewhere to sleep. Clearly I won't be able to sleep there. Yeah, screw it. Doesn't matter. Actually, it's gonna be really difficult to ride the horse in the dark. But we will still do it. And also, I noticed something, is if you go into crouch mode in public, people start yelling at you because they think you're like a sneak thief or something. Which is very interesting. Now, I cannot see anything at all. I don't think this is going to work out. I will have to find somewhere to sleep. So, I shall be right back after my nap. Alright. So we got some good night's rest. I don't know why the danger music is playing, but what's up, guys?
Is he here again?
What the hell's happening? Everybody's running away for some reason. Right, so they might have witnessed something last night. But anyways, we're not gonna worry about that too much. And we're just gonna continue on our merry way to find Reeky. That's our main objective here. Not gonna investigate some civilian death. Which, by the way, I had nothing to do with. The lighting effects are kind of bugging out. But even then, it does look kind of pretty. You just follow the creek, gonna get to the mine shaft. And I'm rested, it seems, but I'm also hungry, which I haven't taken care of as of yet, but we shall. We have important matters to deal with. So we passed a stone bridge, and they said there should be a hillside. Should be around here somewhere, because we've already passed the stone bridge. Right, this is hopefully we don't die here. I'm just gonna dismount. We're gonna continue in the forest. I wish that music would stop playing. And there's an invisible wall here. Hopefully it's gonna let me continue on this road. Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't let me continue there. Let me actually check my map. Yeah, we are very close. And, okay, so the game autosaved before a quest update. It's asking me to... Sure, why not? But what I probably want to do is probably better equip myself for any kind of situation. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm probably not gonna go with the shield, but I will get my sword out.
Jesus Christ. What am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I've no one to tell anyway, just please, don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Then who are you?
I really wish that this music would stop playing, but it seems like it's not going to. Right. We have an enemy in common. Yeah, because we're looking for the people that are responsible for the massacre in Neuhof, right? Yeah.
That's not
All right.
important. The important thing is that we have a common foe.
Considering all the enemies I have, the odds of that are pretty high.
I'm talking about the gang that raided the Neuhof stud farm. I know you were there.
I was, but I've got nothing in common with those people.
I'll take your word for it, providing you tell me what you know.
I don't know why you should care. If it keeps my neck out of a noose, I'll spill the beans.
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We was in it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's Cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's Cutthroats?
There was two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal. They wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you knew what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing. Even that we was going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they was cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Them horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I thought it was best to keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was gonna kill anything what moved, well, then we knew there was no going back.
Alright, so we can get some more information. Right, let's go through all the dialogue.
Who got your two gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. A hold up on the road now and then, nothing bigger. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them.
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was a bit fishy.
Okay. Tell me something about Runt's gang then.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. And none of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt. And Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid, do you?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they're at.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination, but Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
Alright. Describe the raid. Yeah, sure.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. And Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had to sniff around the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Hanusha's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams rapid like. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
Well, I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and And then I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables, pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "Lubosh?" Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down!" So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knocks him on the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard, my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off of him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, he just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scarpered.
What happened after the raid?
We was waiting for that fool Timmy. Same place as we'd met him before, so he'd know where we was, right? Fucking bad idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy turned up after a while, 2 of Runt's men was dragging him.
There was some, difference of opinion.
Huh. They started on us right away that we was traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we was gonna pay for it. They started surrounding us, and we knew it was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
No, one of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they was so buggered from the raid they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted after us that they'd find us.
So it seems like I cannot get out of this conversation. Can I? Can you please let me out of this conversation?
That gang of yours, what can you... I'm sure... What...
Come on.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Aye, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill, a bit north of Neuhof.
That's all I need to know. So now,
Right, so I have actually seen this windmill,
Well,
and I know exactly where it is.
shit. Runt's people. We gotta get out of here.
they're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Oh, fuck.
At least they don't know there are 2 of us. We can take them by surprise.
In a pig's eye. I'm out of here.
Look here. If you run, they'll kill you, and me too. Together we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. All right. I suppose you're right.